Hey y'all, it's CherokeeStarfish. Welcome back this weekend for some more Icewind Dale. So, I'm just going through here, and we don't have a whole lot of gear to equip on these folks, but we've got our party that we made last time, the party that y'all made, and we're going to give them their free sticks that they come with to make sure that they can do, something. And then we're going to dive right in. So, thank you for being here. Thank you for bearing with me through some technical difficulties. And thank you to all those returning who helped to create this wonderful party that we have here. Hatheland, Astrid, Sam, Keishara, Motmic, and Sana. So, what a lovely group. And don't mind they have some interesting buffs right now, and I'm actually, because this is the enhanced edition, I'm not 100% sure where those are coming from. Obviously, they've got a spell or something on them that's giving them 25 strength. And I don't know what that is yet, but that's okay. I'm also not going to complain. Everything's fine. So, here we go. And by the way, if you are enjoying our adventures, then please be sure, if you haven't already, to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And check out my YouTube channel, my Twitter, my Facebook, and so forth. And give a like and a subscribe over there to make sure you don't miss any content. So let's see. Grisella here. I believe that she's got a quest for us. We're going to start off slow. So, hello there, dearie. Welcome to the Winter's Cradle Tavern. My name's Grisella. I own and operate this fine establishment. What can I get for you? And right now, I don't think we need a drink. I think Hatheland just has some questions. So, oh, sorry, dearie. I haven't the time to chit-chat with you. Of a tavern to run, you know. If you're looking to catch up with the local gossip, suggest you buy around or mingle with some of the other patrons. Okay, well, I guess we will have a drink then. A drink? Of course, dearie. After all, this is a tavern. Plenty to drink here? Ha ha. Ha ha. Yes, indeed. Yes, well, you'll see I'm in a bit of a bind right now. I've just run out of everything. I've nothing to offer you in the way of drink at this moment. Okay. I'm trying to think how Hatheland would answer this. Let's see. These are his neighbors. He's not a bad guy. Let's just ask what's wrong. Well, the tavern hasn't run completely dry. I do have some stock down in the cellar, but... Number 2 there seems kind of mean, but we do want to know what's going on, so... But what? Well, this is rather embarrassing, but I'm having somewhat of a pest problem down in that dirty old cellar, and I'm afraid to go down there. I do so hate bugs. Oh, just the thought of those nasty creepies and crawlies sends shivers down my spine. Okay, well... Oh, boy. Some of these answers are pretty tempting. It's like, great! Tavern with no booze, bugs to boot. But we're here for adventure, right? So let's see. Is there anything that we can do to help? Oh, that's awfully sweet of you, dearie, but I don't expect you to go to any trouble on my account. I'm sure I'll think of something. Have no fear, madam. He is chaotic good, after all. I shall see to it that the pests down below trouble you no further. Oh, wonderful! The stairs to the cellar are in the back room. Now, you be careful down there, dearie. Don't let any of those little buggers creep back up here, all right? Well, let's do that first, and then we'll go from there. Aha. Now you'll see I've got my auto pause setting so that as soon as we detect a new enemy for the first time, it should pause things to make combat just a little bit easier. Okay, well, first things first. Our very first battle, bugs in the cellar. That's a little bit different from, from rats in the storage building. Thank you, Baldur's Gate. But at the same time, it's so very much the same. So, little training battle. What we're going to have to do is we know these guys are going to rush towards us because they start out hostile. So we want to split our forces up to kind of intercept and make sure that Keishara especially does not get involved in too much melee combat because, she's got a quarterstaff, but we don't want her to have to use it if she doesn't have to. Yeah, Bard's Tale actually does start out the same way. That's kind of, I think, plays on the trope, like that's where that comes from. Alright, so we're going to have the two weakest combatants here, our weakest melee combatants, team up with our two strongest combatants. They're going to grab the front line here, and we're going to see how this goes. There we go. Well, Hatheland made quick work of that one, didn't he? He and Sonic can go down here after number 2. Oh boy. There we go. Man, even armed with sticks. Okay. Well, everybody. There we go. Crates of foodstuffs. Let's see if there's anything interesting down here. I don't think that there's like any containers or anything. So there we go. Okay. Any luck getting rid of those nasty bugs, dearie? My customers are getting pretty thirsty. We could be mean about it, but once again, this is Hatheland. So it's done. Those bugs won't be troubling you anymore. Oh, thank you, dearie. You're a lifesaver. Just do me one more favor. Keep this little bug problem between you and me. I don't want folks thinking Grisella's place isn't clean. Run along now. So we get nothing for doing that. Well, we get 2,400 experience points, but... Oh, there we go. 5 gold. Okay. Well, that's acceptable. Alright. So, let's see what that did for us. And again, this screen, because of this status, whatever it is kind of a mess. I think... Oh, I bet I know what that is. I think it's because we have story mode turned on. So invulnerable and negative plane protection, that makes them immune to like instant death attacks and keeps them from dying. There's no tooltip for it or what have you, but yeah, I believe that that's what it is. So, okay. Now the strength thing, that I'm not sure about. We'll figure it out. Okay. At any rate... Let's see. Here we go. So experience 448 of 2250. See, everybody's got a little bit different. She takes a little bit less. He takes even less because he's a cleric. She takes more because she's a wizard. He's multi-class, so you'll see here, this is what I was talking about last week, where he actually literally has 2 classes that he's leveling up in separately, so it's even more complicated than contemporary ideas of like Gestalt classes in Dungeons & Dragons. His experience was split evenly between these 2 classes, so he will take longer to level up because he's leveling in 2 jobs. And then there we go, Bard, of course, has the lowest, so she'll level up first. Now, these will change over time. Of course, that will increase, and they increase at different rates. So by the end of the game, the wizard will be leveling up more often than the fighter. The bard, of course, will kind of slow down and so forth. All right. Well, and let me check my options here as well, because I need to be able to scroll. Done. Agreed. What do you want? Ah, there we go. Okay. Orders? It's not scrolling when I hit the edge of the screen, probably because I have it windowed, so there you go. But I can do it with the center mouse button. Alright, now most of these folks, you can see, are just townspersons. But we also have a named NPC over here, and those are always interesting to talk to. So let's see what Hildreth Highhammer has to say, and in fact, let's even ask her with Motmic. He's not gotten to do much other than beat up some bugs yet, and he's a dwarf, which she is as well, so maybe she'll have something more interesting to say to him than she would to Hatheland. Well met. Why, ye seem to me like a fresh new vein of ore, all untried and untested. I be Hildreth, should ye wish to know. Oh, if only she knew Motmic's backstory. A vein of ore, what do you mean? What I'm saying is that ye look a little new at this adventuring thing. No offense intended, but we all have to start somewheres. If ye be looking for tips, I even have some news that might prove interesting to ye. Oh, what news does she have? I'm not all eyes and ears here. Mostly I've been keeping to my cups to keep the chill away, but I have heard that a local sort named Hrothgar's putting together some sort of expedition. Sounds like it might be fun. I'll be going along myself. And of course, as a Final Fantasy XIV player, every time that I see Hrothgar's name, like, I don't think of the NPC. All I can think of is, like, the giant cat people. So tell us about this expedition. Ah, the folks round here say that Hrothgar be a valiant man, but not the type to go dashing off to his death. They say he be an excellent leader. We're headed up to the mountains to investigate some sort of disturbance up there. You'd best be talking to Hrothgar himself to hear the full story. Well, let's see. Well, if she's going, it'll be good for him to have another dwarf along, right? So, no reason not to be polite. Let's head out and see what Easthaven has on offer for us.
I'm on it.
There we go, kids. So, there's a whole lot going on here. There's going to be a whole village full of quests, and we're going to have a lot of, you know, like, signs to read, things to investigate. Let's see if our ranger here can talk to this squirrel. The squirrel has nothing to say to you. Yeah, these kids just kind of take turns, like, sort of generically. You come from far away, don't you? They all kind of have generic lines like that. You sure have neat stuff. No, we just have a stick. Someday I'm gonna grow up to be an adventurer. Not if you keep messing with that squirrel. Cast a spell for me.
I'm on it.
I'm not your performing monkey. Alright, so, first things first, let's kind of explore the town. Now, we know some of where we're going. Like, we need to find Hrothgar's place, of course, and speak with him. But before we do too much, I think that we need to get some more equipment. So we can go talk to him first and see maybe if he's got something for us or if he's got like a wage that he's going to pay. But then we need to go visit Pomob's Emporium. Let's see, I believe this is Hrothgar's house. Now, of course, we have a very handy auto map. Right, here we go. And unlike in Might and Magic 6, you're going to see that a lot of these actually have markers over top of them that tell you what is what. Not all of them, but thankfully we can also place some of our own. So,
Agreed. I'm on it.
Let's see who's in here.
Agreed.
Oh, that's a common occurrence. You'll see them sometimes get hung up on geometry, and it'll be hard for them to actually, like, get through a door because they'll all kind of pile up on it.
I'm on it.
Nothing in this house. There's not even anything to steal. How rude.
I'm on it.
Is this one Hrothgar's?
I'm on it. Agreed. Done.
You're not Hrothgar. Oh, I heard there were some new faces in town. Did you come with the caravan, eh? Here we go. Yeah, let's ask a few questions. So, yes, I want to ask you some things about Easthaven. Easthaven? Lived here for quite a span, I have. Things have been getting worse of late, though. You mean the weather? Aye, the weather's been going from bad to worse. Never seen it get so cold this early in the year, and there's no sign of it letting up. With all this snow, the passes to the south are going to get snowed in early. Well, let's see. What else can you tell us? Do you know where I can find Hrothgar's house? Hrothgar's house is in the center northern part of town. It's the one with the gaps in the overhang. Hrothgar swears he's going to fix it, but I'll believe that when I see it, eh? He's always running around trying to take care of everyone else. Why are you going to see him anyway? Planning to join his expedition? Perhaps. Yeah, word is Hrothgar's been so rattled by that messenger from Kuldahar collapsing dead at the front door of the Temple of Tempest that he wants to put together a band to go see what's going on down south. What messenger? That's a lot. Somebody just ran up with a message and died? Damned if I know. Only Everard over at the temple and Hrothgar would know for sure, I suppose. Still, if it's enough to get the two of them riled up, can't be good. Okay, well,
I'm on it.
we know what we need to know.
Done.
So this is Hrothgar's house. There you can see the gap she's talking about. He needs to fix his porch roof.
Agreed.
You must gather your party before venturing forth. They're all right here.
Agreed.
There we go. Now, you'll notice too, sometimes characters will call this out on their own. But when I hit a certain key, and I can turn this on, and off, you're going to see NPCs and characters are highlighted. PCs are going to have their hit points called out like this. We're also going to see over here stuff that we can interact with, right? So, there we go. This cabinet has something. This table is something. You'll see the icon looks like a chest. If it's like this, that means that there's an item we can pick up or something to look at. Therefore, that's why the little hand is holding a ring. Like this means that it's a container of some kind. We don't know what's in there. Now, a lot of times those can have traps. The blue highlight just indicates that it's there. The purple one usually indicates that it's a hidden object. So that means that in order to find everything out about it, someone like, say, our thief will have to go into observation mode and have to do a little sneaking around and talking, or searching.
Agreed.
Speaking of talking,
And welcome to my home. Make yourselves comfortable, but try not to break anything. Many of these curiosities that you see lying about have sentimental value.
and of course, if you're not familiar with that voice, or you may not recognize it, Hrothgar is voiced by the inimitable Jim Cummings, who you have probably heard in all kinds of Disney animations and DreamWorks. He does all kinds of work. Really famous. So, where did you get all this stuff? Or you have quite a collection here. He's going to tell us where we got all this stuff anyway, so let's just ask him about his collection.
Oh, they're all remembrances of my adventuring days. Little trinkets and the like that I picked up here and there. More keepsakes than valuables, really. Leftovers from my days of fortune and glory.
Yes. So we can say, is he retired then, or impressive? See, this is Hatheland talking to him. You can tell from the dialogue numbers down here. They will be in the primary color of whichever of these characters is the one currently doing the interacting. Now, that doesn't always make a whole lot of difference, other than sometimes that high charisma score is going to be called out. We're going to want Sana to talk to a lot of people. Different Black Isle games have different options for this, and some, like Icewind Dale 2, it really matters which character's doing the speaking because, for example, someone may comment on the fact that you are a cleric of a specific deity, or you may be, the fact that you're a dark elf, or what have you. Icewind Dale has less of that, but there is some. So,
Indeed. Well then, this might interest you. I'm putting together an expedition of sorts, one which would surely provide opportunities for both fortune and glory. This is the business I wish to speak to you about.
oh, tell us more.
We've received word from Kuldahar, our neighbors to the south, that evil forces are stirring nearby in the spine of the World Mountains.
Evil forces, you say?
I am organizing and leading a party from Easthaven south to Kuldahar Valley to investigate. You look to be capable enough. Perhaps you'd like to join us. What say you?
Well, let's see. We know it's not too dangerous. I mean, this is the main story. We're going to have to go. Hatheland does like treasure. He's looking for that. But more importantly, he's interested in goblins. So let's say, what sort of evil forces exactly are we talking about?
I don't really know. The message wasn't too specific. I suppose if you want more details, you could ask old Everard over at the temple. But time's a-wasting.
Let's see.
We need to get this expedition moving before the snows seal off the pass to Kuldahar. So what's it going to be? Are you in or out?
All right, well, I guess we're in.
Excellent. Glad to have you on board. I plan to assemble the rest of the expedition and set out for Kuldahar within a few days. With storms brewing in the mountains, I'd rather we depart sooner. But there are matters that require my attention here about town.
Ooh, that sounds like a side quest to me.
Actually, now that I think about it, maybe you can help. Pomab, the local shopkeeper, has recently expressed concern over the rapidly thinning stock of his store. He's been complaining that the regular caravan from Caer Dineval is long overdue, and that if they don't arrive soon, he's sure to be out of business. Now, normally I take Pomab's whining with a grain of salt, but with heavy snows on the way, it would be best to make sure that caravan makes it through.
So what do you want us to do about it?
I want you to find that caravan. Leave town by way of the South Bridge and scout the hills west of Loch Dinnershire, between Easthaven and Caer Dineval. Caravans always stick close to the shoreline this time of year. Once you find it, see the caravan safely to Easthaven. In the meantime, I'll assemble the rest of the expedition and make the final plans for our journey.
Excellent. Is the sound a little better now?
Return here as quickly as you can. We must make for Kuldahar Pass while the weather is favorable. Good luck. Safe journey.
Farewell. And there we go. I'll have to remember that the volume settings for this game are a little bit different than for Might and Magic. I got in the habit of setting my headset sound output to a specific number, and that's obviously going to need to be a different number for this game. So, okay. Well, so first things first. Before we do anything else, we need to go over here and check things out. Stealth mode, find traps, thieving, you see. We're going to send him over here to kind of look around and see if he can spot anything. Because this is, after all, a Dungeons & Dragons video game, and if there's anything good in here, we need to know about it, right? So, let's see. Now you'll notice too, if there's too much light or if you're in the direct line of sight of a character, your hide and shadows will automatically fail. Because obviously, you don't have any shadows to hide in. So let's see if maybe we can get away with this. Lockpick failed. It is well and truly locked. Maybe Hrothgar has the key. Aw. He had nothing to steal.
Oh, good. You've returned. Make haste. I spotted heavy clouds hanging over the mountains this morning. I suspect snow will fall in the passes earlier than normal this season.
Well, we'll come back for that.
Agreed.
I don't like to leave any stone unturned.
I'm on it.
Now, we'll explore the rest of the town just a little bit as we go. See, here we go. And I said purple is not always hidden. It's just a container, a door, something like that. Something you can interact with. The purple's calling it out. Let's go in here and check out this temple.
I'm on it.
Oh, there's a couple of people to speak with here. Also this impressive statue.
I'm on it.
Let's have our cleric talk to these folks. Who are you? Hello, my name is Acalia. I'm an initiate here at the Temple of Tempus. I help Everard maintain the temple armory and perform rituals. There we go. This is kind of wordy and friendly. That seems like what Sam would say. Tempus is revered a great deal by the barbarian tribes up here. They call him Tempos. We immigrants see a lot of conflict and violence in these parts, and people want to make sense out of it all. And there's a lot of lore here. Now, of course, I'm not necessarily going to voice and read all of it, because you can always go to YouTube if you'd like, and you'll be able to click through and pause these and see these dialogue boxes and read them if you wish to get all of the lore. So I will click through all of them, but in order to make the best use of our time, I'm not going to live read every single dialogue option. And here we go. We have the first instance of like kind of a lawful, chaotic, good, evil, neutral dialogue choice, where we can go neutral on this. You know, we can be like, some civilization should come up here and kick these barbarians' butts, or we can say, the barbarians are right. You guys stink. So, just part of their daily routine. Now this seems like a very Sam answer. She thinks that conflict is part of our existence, but he worships Yondalla. Oh, well, if you're going to be like that about it.
Hrothgar mentioned there were strangers in town. What is it you want?
Well, I'm Sam. Are you the High Priest?
Yes, I am Everard. Everard of Tempus, battle priest of the Lord of Battles. What brings you here?
Well, let's see. We don't need healing at the moment, but we do need to know about that messenger.
Yes, a man from Kuldahar found his way to our door, and he was dead by morning. He claimed he was a messenger from the Archdruid of Kuldahar.
What did he want?
The man spoke of disturbances in Kuldahar. His wounds prevented me from making any sense of his words. Perhaps Hrothgar understood more than I, for he's preparing an expedition.
So, our journal's been updated. Everard has confirmed there was a messenger, and before his death he spoke about things going on in Kuldahar. So, are you going on the expedition?
No, for my place is here. Were I invited, I would still not go. My injuries would only slow the expedition.
Oh, what injuries?
These eyes have seen battle, yes, and my skin bears the mark of swords and axes. That was long ago. Now my place is here.
Well, he's a priest of Tempus. Why would he leave battle behind, I wonder?
Because there are many ways one may serve one's god. I am of the Order of the Broken Blade. My duty is to watch this place.
I'm not sure he sounds 100% happy about that.
Yes, were warriors. Wounded in battle, our injuries now keep us far from the front lines. Still, we are fit to guard holy sites to our lord.
Yeah, he really doesn't sound happy.
It is sacred to Tempus, yes. It marks the field where the barbarian Jared gave up his life ages ago. He lies encased in stone beneath this temple.
That's not a plot point.
Jared was a shaman who lived long ago. He brought unity to the northern tribes and led them to victory against the army of Arakan, at the cost of his life.
And that's the story we heard last week during the opening cinematic, of course.
Once Arakan saw his army routed by Jared and the northern tribes, he sought to bring the Hells to his aid. Arakan opened a gate to the lower plains.
Bad news.
I do not believe that. Jared did. It is said that Tempus himself appeared to Jared upon the battlefield, and Jared took that as a sign. Jared believed Tempus was calling him to sacrifice himself for his people to ensure victory. And so he cast his body into the portal, his blood fusing it to stone. It lies entombed beneath the temple to this day.
Yeah, he doesn't sound like he completely agrees with that.
Jared had no need to sacrifice himself. Tempus's appearance was a test of faith, proof Jared's people had already won the field that day. Jared failed his god and died a coward's death.
Ooh, that's harsh. Ah, yes, but Tempest is known to appear to warriors who can dictate the outcome of a battle, so perhaps his death was not in vain.
Dies for Tempest with a blade in one's hand, not by martyring oneself within the embrace of infernal magics. Jared's duty was to stand with his comrades, not cast himself to his death when the field was already theirs.
Oh, but he saved other people, though.
Sacrifice? Let me say this of sacrifice, young one, then we shall speak of this no more. Sacrifice is a death that has meaning. When it is in vain, it is not sacrifice. It is a waste. That is the lesson of Jared's stone.
Oh, he doesn't seem to think much of this martyr who's basically a saint of Tempest. Yep. Strangely enough, he seems to have contempt for Jared and his sacrifice.
A great stone disc that holds Jared's corpse for eternity. And so I watch and guard it in Tempest's name.
So that's why he believes that the site is holy to Tempest, but it's not really sacred to him. He disagrees with it, so he doesn't like being set to basically babysit this stone that entombs someone he believes died a coward's death. So,
You are free to ask, traveler. I promise no answers.
Well, so we know that the glyph-covered door goes down to where the stone is, of course.
The door leads beneath the temple to the site of Jared's stone. It was sealed with glyphs of Tempest to prevent entry long ago.
I think we know everything that we need to from him for right now. He's told us about these other dialogue options. For the most part, at least.
I'm listening. I'm on it.
Now, of course, there are some changes like different gear and class packages and so forth because this is the Enhanced Edition. But be aware, too, that I'm not going through every single dialogue option because I do know what a lot of them are. So,
Agreed.
some of them I'm not going to click on and waste everybody's time simply because, like, they're not going to add to our quest journal or anything like that.
I'm on it.
Let's see.
Agreed.
We're going to visit all of these houses just to make certain that there's not anything that we're missing. Most of them are just going to be like this. They're just going to have a townsperson in them. This guy's named, though, so we need to talk to him.
Done. Agreed. Agreed.
Aha. Let's see, this one actually has like a box in it. Ah, you can't hide in shadows for crap, Motmic. Do you detect any traps, though? Okay, it's not trapped as far as we know, or at least it's not locked.
Right then.
We'll open it up.
Guard.
A winter wolf pelt. Hacha.
Right then.
That's ours.
Ready.
No witnesses.
Agreed.
If there's no witnesses, there's no crime.
Done. Agreed. Agreed.
Okay, here we go. Let's talk to Hassel before we go any further. What's he got to say?
I'm on it.
Oh, thank the gods. Whoever you are, you picked the perfect time to wander by. I could really use some help. Well, my name is Hatheland. Who might you be? The name's Hassel, but please, we don't have time for such pleasantries. I need your help. What seems to be the problem? A wolf somehow got into my workshop and is tearing the place apart. It attacked me as I was opening the shop this morning. I was so startled by the sight of the beast that I accidentally broke the key off in the lock while trying to get away, and now I can't even get back in. So, what exactly is it you want us to do? It doesn't really matter what he sells right now. I'd be most grateful if you could go in there and get rid of that stupid thing for me. Then I could get back to my scrimshaw. Of course, you'll have to find a way to get the door open first. Sounds like quite a task. Well, he is a ranger, of course. He's probably had to kill wolves before. He knows what we're up against. I sincerely thank you. The door to my shop is just around the corner here. Please get rid of that demonic canine as soon as possible. Yep, and there we go. That's a side quest. Well. I don't know if I want to do that while we're armed only with sticks.
I'm on it. Agreed.
Haha. A warehouse. Let's see what they've got. Good day, I'm Shirin. How may I help you? Well met. What do you do here? Me? Nothing much. I manage this warehouse here for the fishmonger Gaspar. I get paid a sum to store scrimshaw and emergency food supplies here through the harsh winters. That does sound like it would be important in a place like this, doesn't it? What does the rest of Easthaven do? Well, most of them fish for knucklehead trout in Lackdenishire. It's not a rich living in terms of wealth, but living up here a man can still lead a very rich life. Anything else interesting going on? He doesn't get to hear much working in this stuffy warehouse. He recommends that we go to the tavern. Well, since we've been to the tavern... Perhaps we should go and visit down this path as well.
I'm on it.
Ah, but what's this? Strange blue-skinned woman. That sounds like some wizard stuff. This woman has the skin like the surface of the lake, light green hair and delicate features like that of an elf. Keishara would know, I guess. At your approach she begins to sing a soft flowing song like the sound of a great undersea current, but you have no idea why the song reminds you of that. In a moment the song and the feeling passes, and the woman looks at you hopefully. Ah, here we go. See, this is like one of those where, depending on who talks to them, you have a slightly different option, because only Keishara would get this since she is an elf. See, as one elf to another, I ask that you speak in the tongue of those that walk upon the land. What has brought you from your home in the lake, sister? The woman looks pained, but does not respond. And we have to be careful here because, of course, the first option is, yeah, see, if you're seen on these shores again plaguing the townsfolk, I'll see to it you're gutted like a fish, or try to intimidate her. We'll say, farewell, you best conceal yourself if you don't want the other townsfolk to see you. So she seems upset that we can't understand her. So, we'll have to figure out exactly what's going on.
You just tell me what you need.
Maybe Sonic can understand her. She sings, right? Ah, see, because she's a bard. Perhaps I can answer your song with another. There you go. As you sing, the woman lends her voice to yours, creating an interweaving melody. To your surprise, you find you understand her song and what has brought her here. We got 2,400 experience points by communicating with the sea spirit through song. Now this is some D&D. Here we go. So, she's looking for someone, one of the fishermen. She speaks to him in dreams, but she cannot approach him in the flesh. She nods relieved and looks at you imploringly. Well, see if we can find the one you seek, lady, and return when I do.
Here.
Okay.
Done. I'm on it. Agreed.
Let's head back up this way towards the shops. We'll need some equipment if we're going to kill that wolf.
Agreed.
Oh, how does that song go? Seems like someone who might know something about her. Huh? Oh, sorry, friend, I didn't see you standing there. Name's Jonan. Something I can do for you? Are you all right? You seem preoccupied. Oh, no, I'm fine. I'm just taking in the view of the lake for a bit, trying to shake these dreams out of my head. Oh, the lake's beautiful, isn't it? Aha! Ah, there we go. It is indeed. Many a song's been written about light upon a lake's mirror. It's like looking into the sky, isn't it? So you've hit it on the head, you have. Songs, you say? Odd you should mention that. I've heard many a song in my dreams. Mayhap it's part of a snippet I heard once before. Would you know of it were I to hum a few bars? She said, my repertoire is somewhat limited, but go ahead. Or she could say, as long as you don't mangle the tune too badly, I might. Just be sure to stop when I tell you to. Yeah, that sounds more like Sana. It's a kind of... And then it's like... damn, I can't quite get it. And I hear it so clearly in my dreams, too. The tune's like crystal. There we go. See, she knows now. I think I recognize the general tone. It's definitely not a human verse, though. This tempo there is more like ocean waves and currents, like sea elves or sirens. And you say you've been having strange dreams, too. Tell me about them. Well, there's a woman. And don't give me that eye, it's not like you think. She walks upon the surface of the lake as if it were flagstones instead of waves. She doesn't say anything, just sings. Beautiful songs. But I can't understand a word. I think I may have met this woman by the shores of the lake. If truth be told, friend, damn it, there's no sense to it. These dreams are eating at me like a starving wolf. I can barely hold a daily thought in my head before the memory of the dreams hounds its way back in there. By the hells, I don't know how much more of this I can take. Well, let's see what we can do. You're not playing on a man's hopes, are you? I'd be grateful for just one night of peace. Alright, well, we'll see what we can do. Let's go back down here and talk to her again. We'll see what she has to say about this. That's obviously the guy. Sana got through to her before. Let's have her try again. There we go. That song. Are you the woman Jonan sees in his dreams? Jonan? Yes, Jonan. You are the woman from his dreams, aren't you? Yes, yes, she sings. Have your eyes fallen upon him? Do you know where it is he walks? We spoke to him, of course, but he doesn't know why she's singing. I am of the calling Elysia of the sky's mirror. My heart is Jonan's, but he cannot see me in the flesh, or else I will become as the currents upon the shore. A gift do I have for him, from one of his blood long ago, who also held my heart, but not as Jonan holds it now. Ooh. So if he sees her, she'll turn to water, but she's in love with him. Many reflections of the moon have come and gone since the day in which the one of the blood of Jonan fell beneath the waters of the lake. He fought the last of the great white serpents that swam upon the northern winds, the queen mother Ikasaract, who now lies without life on the bed of the lake. A promise was made, and I must honor it. They're probably talking about a frost worm. The one from whom Jonan comes asked I see his blade return to those of his blood if the queen serpent Ikasaract drank his life. She did, but not before he dealt her a mortal blow. From the depths of the lake I have brought the fire-shaped steel that ended her life. It is intended that it be belonging of Jonan now. Okay, so she wants to give his ancestor's sword back. It is one of the laws of the lands beneath the lake's mirror. Will you give this to Jonan and tell him my heart? My songs are his. My heart is his. Yeah, there are many tales of gifts that are more than they seem. Are you sure about this? I mean no harm, she says. I didn't ask about your intentions, but the gift. What will it do? As for no harm upon Jonan, well, your dreams are already hurting him whether you mean them to or not. The dreams were the only way I could speak to him. The blade is for him. I only wish him to dwell in the waves beside me. But humans can't live beneath the waves. Oh, goodness gracious. What a desperate heart. There is no truth I can offer in these broken words that will show you that I nor this gift mean Jonan harm. Words may not, but There we go. Teach me your song, and I'll see to it the blade you hold is carried safely to its rightful owner. Then see here, words will not suffice. They may carry lies and truths equally well, so I require a physical token of your intention. So either pay me or teach me a song. Well, that's a lot more valuable for a bard. She sings, and you feel the words rather than hear them. Images of the lake, the currents, and Elysias watch over the skeletons of all those that lie beneath the waves, dragon and human, fill your vision. When her song ends, you feel yourself stunned for a moment, and she is trustworthy. She carries nothing but love in her heart for Jonan. There we go. Okay, so we could be mean to her, but there we go. Think it'll make a grand tale indeed. I entrust this sword to your keeping until your path crosses with that of Jonan. Return when you have given it to him. I must know if it has found its way back to its home. Okay. Well, let's head back over here then. We'll give him that sword back. And then she'll give us some kind of reward, I'm sure. I wonder how surprised he'll be to find out that he has a dragon slayer for an ancestor.
I'm ready.
I hope so.
We'll see about that.
Oh, greetings to you again. Forget something last time we spoke? Haha, you're not going to believe this. Let's see. The woman in your dreams is a sea spirit. She can't be understood because she communicates through song. What does she want? Why the dreams? Let's see. Ah, yeah. We can tell him that she is an evil siren who baits people with songs and leads them down to die in the lake. But of course, he can give us his stuff to protect him. No, we're going to tell him the truth. So, why did she... Yeah, one of my ancestors. Why come to me then? Your features remind her of him, and her heart is as strong, if not stronger. Or your heart is as strong. She's come to love you, but cannot let you see her in the flesh, and she wishes to give you something that belonged to your ancestor if you'll take it. Aye, I will. Of course I will. Sorry, it's a bit much to be laid upon a fisherman all at once. I'd be honored to accept anything she wishes me to have. Okay, well, here you are then. Lay within the dragon's heart for almost a century. By the spine of the world, even shattered this blade's a wonder. But no more dreams, you said? Well, I'll miss them, actually. Her songs are beautiful. Simply beautiful. Well, we will let her know. And there you go. You'll come to love that sound, because that sound effect means that one or more of our characters leveled up. And you'll see right over here at the side that little plus sign. There we go. Because they require the least experience to get to level 2. Sana and Sam are now 2nd level. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. We'll deal with that in a moment.
You just tell me what you need. Sounds good to me.
Have you found Jonan? Yes, we gave him the sword. You have my gratitude. Please take this shaped piece of sand which I have taken from the bed of the lake. I have heard that those that walk upon land value such things. Oh, she gave us a pearl. Thank you and goodbye. And there we go. She's gone. And now Astrid has leveled up as well. Well, that's a bit of a sad story. But it is what it is. Okay, so the Emporium's over here. Let's go buy some gear. That's what we need.
I'm on it.
It'll take a moment for them to walk all the way over here, and of course there's not really a whole lot to be done about that, so when we're in a town like this and we have to go back and forth for different side quests and so on, that's just something that we'll have to deal with. But it's no different than running back and forth in Might and Magic. The only difference is it's harder to teleport. Okay. There we go. Pomob's Emporium. Here we go. So, there is the shopkeeper. Let's go ahead and level up before we do anything else, I think. Here we go. Ta-da! So, right here, it's going to summarize our level up results. If we have any kind of skills or abilities to distribute, they'll be up here. We can see her Thaco is reduced by 1. She gained 13 hit points and 1 lore. So, lore is a necessary skill for the computer game versions of Dungeons & Dragons. Basically, what it allows a character to do is it gives them a chance to identify items, such as magic items, that come unidentified. It's hard to use their powers, or maybe even impossible, if the item remains unidentified, so you have to identify it. Lore ensures that if you have a party with like no spellcasters, so you can't actually cast the identify spell and so on, then you'll still have a chance to be able to use the treasure that you pick up, because otherwise there'd be no way to do it. Thaco is a different story. This is a very old D&D thing from, like 30 years ago. It stands for 2-hit armor class 0, so basically that's your attack roll. And the reason it's reduced by 1 is because the system goes backwards. Your armor class is the lower the better. So, see, an armor class of 10, right, versus Keishara has a very high dexterity. Her AC is 6 because her dexterity reduces it by 4. She currently has the best AC in the party because of her dexterity, so lower is better. That means that your Thaco needs to be low as well in order to hit people, because you would roll a d20, subtract your Thaco from it, and then that would tell you what AC that you can hit. So, here we go. Let's level up Sam. He didn't get a proficiency or any skills. He gained an additional priest spell slot, and 8 hit points and some lore. Excellent. So we'll go over here to our priest scroll. There's his spell slot, and let's see. How about... He doesn't have any offensive spells. Let's do a Bane or a Curse. There we go. And Sana needs to level up. Okay, so here we go. There we go. Bards only have pickpockets. They don't have a lot of other thief skills, but she's got something. And she gained 10 lore. Bards have very high lore, which is great. She's got 6 hit points, and she gained a mage spell slot, because, of course, bards are wizard spellcasters. Now, you'll notice she doesn't know any spells. We'll have to teach her some, but now she does have a spell slot, so when we find some scrolls, she'll be able to learn from those, and she'll be able to cast spells that will help us. Okay. Moving right along. Let's take advantage of that high charisma. We'll talk to the shopkeeper. What is this? More barbarians come to my shop. No doubt with nothing to barter with but more wolf pelts and polished stones. Very well, let us get this over with. What do you want? Now, actually, that's not a great accent for him. He's a Kalashite, and their culture in the Forgotten Realms is like they are an analog of Arabia, or at least of some Middle Eastern culture, maybe several Middle Eastern cultures, like Persia. I don't know if I can do a great Persian accent. I don't want to accidentally get it wrong and, like be offensive. So, let's see. Barbarians. I think you're mistaken. Am I now? I do not think so. All of you northerners are the same to me, smelly and barbaric. We can threaten him, but let's just say you're not from around here, are you? Humph! I am Pomab Ak-Azamir, royal diplomatic envoy of Kalimshan and appointed overseer of the northern caravan routes. Ah. Aha. Forgive me, your lordship, I had no idea. Yes, well, Where I am from, one would normally be beaten for such insolence, but be thankful that I am a merciful man. Now, what can I do for you? Other than die a horrible, painfully slow death? Let's see what you have for sale. Okay, so let's sell this pearl, first of all. This winterwolf pelt as well. There we go. Now we have a little bit of cash, and we haven't picked up any other quest rewards yet. We'll get to that. Okay, well, it's time to start getting some equipment. We won't spend a lot of money on things like helmets because it does help protect against critical hits, but at the same time, like, we'll see if we have money left over. First things first, we need to get some weapons and armor on these folks, don't we? These will be useful as well. Gem bags, scroll cases, and potion bags effectively add additional inventory slots to your backpack. So instead of carrying a bunch of potions in multiple slots, the potion bag fits in one slot, and all of the potions go in there, and it's got like 8 or 10 slots to carry those. Same for scroll cases and gem bags. So we'll take care of that in a moment. Alright, so first things first. Let's see. We need to figure out who is doing what. Now we know that Astrid uses a shield. So let's see. Requires 15 strength, armor class +1, extra +1 versus missile attacks. A buckler is just +1, has no protection against piercing and missiles. Small shield is the same. Medium shield is just kind of your generic. So the large shield weighs the most, but offers the best protection. She's very strong. Let's take advantage of that, I think. And let's see. I believe she's also using long swords. We'll want to confirm that really quickly. Let's see. Proficiencies +2. Up here we go. Longsword, sword and shield style. Okay, so she needs a longsword and a shield. We know that he is going to need an axe and a longsword. He will need a mace and a shield. She's already got a staff, which is the only thing she can use at the moment. We need to get Motmic some daggers and a crossbow. And then we need a spear and a longbow for Sana. Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Alright, well let's start with that then. Okay, so Hatheland, could we please have a longsword? And could we have, let's see, a battle axe. There we go. We'll make sure that that is one-handed. Alright. Astrid, she is going to need a longsword. And let's see, we'll get her that large shield. Now, of course, once we've bought all of these things, we know we're going to find some in treasure chests, but that's okay. Alright. For him, they only had one large shield, so let's get him a medium shield. And there's the mace. She's got a staff. We need daggers and crossbows. Let's see. Where are the daggers? Daggers. There we go. So we need a dagger. I don't remember if he's got 2-weapon fighting. I'm not sure if he does or not. We'll check. Now let's see. These crossbows can be expensive. Let's buy the right one. Light crossbow, speed factor is 5. Heavy crossbow, speed factor is 10. It's much slower. However, it deals additional damage. So, what do you think that we should do for Motmic here? Should we get him the slower but much more powerful crossbow? Or should we get him the weaker crossbow that fires a lot faster? I'll go down here and buy some bolts. There we go. Take advantage of the fact that, you know, it only takes a little bit. We'll stock him up on ammo. There, he won't need any for a while, I hope. What do you think? The heavy crossbow or the light crossbow? I'm really torn. This one shoots so much quicker. Of course, it's going to deal 1d8 regardless. This one is 1d8 plus 2. But it doesn't shoot nearly as often. His strength is pretty good, though, so he can use it. I'll go ahead and get her a spear while we're thinking about it. I think I'm leaning towards the light crossbow myself. It's also a little bit cheaper. But more importantly, if it shoots twice as fast, then that means that I feel like that +2 is not going to add up to as much as the additional quarrels will if he's shooting faster and more often. So, yeah, I think if nobody else has a different opinion, then we'll go with the light crossbow for Motmic for now. Of course, if we find a magical heavy crossbow later or something, then we can always switch. He's proficient with both of them. Alright, and now let me see one more time. Sana was proficient with longbows. Okay. I don't want to buy her a short bow by accident, because that is, for some reason, a totally separate... let's see, composite longbow. Requires 15 strength. I don't think she has 15 strength. Composite longbows are better than regular longbows because they add additional damage. See, like damage +2. But I don't believe that she's strong enough. I mean, she is right now, but... let's see. Information. Oh, that's the wrong window. Oh, I can't see her original strength under that spell effect, whatever that is that's doing that. But it's an awful lot of money to make the wrong choice. I'm just going to go ahead and buy her a regular longbow. And once that spell wears off, whatever it is, then we'll deal with that. Okay, and now let's buy her some arrows, make sure she's got something to shoot. We'll do the same thing as Motmic and make certain that she's got enough ammunition for a while, because you never know. And let's see. Okay, now we'll buy some miscellaneous equipment. Let's have Motmic carry our gems. The wizard here, Keishara, can carry the scrolls, of course. And let's have Sam carry the potions. There we go. Now, everybody needs some armor. So, different people can wear different levels of armor, right? So, like, for example, studded leather is better than leather, but both of those are light armor. Splint mail and hide armor and chain mail, those are all medium armor. And things like plate mail or full plate, those are heavy armor. Different people are going to be able to wear different kinds. So, it'll tell you right here, not usable by. So those are all the people who can't equip it. Likewise, we go to the chain mail and see here, the list is a little bit longer. So what we want is the greatest amount of protection with the least amount of baggage. So, let's have Sana. She can wear this studded leather. The hide, see, right here, it subtracts a lot of these thief skills. We don't want that. So since these are read out, you know, like you can see the red outline shows she can't use it. This is going to be the best armor she can use for right now, because chainmail is going to hurt her ability to sneak a little bit. Let's see, requires 8 strength, armor class 5, 3 versus slashing, and 7 versus crushing. So see, you've got different ACs versus different types of damage depending on what you're wearing. This is 7. So, but it weighs a lot less, and that's a consideration. This weighs almost twice as much as the studded leather. Let's do that. And let's see. He can wear the studded leather as well. We'll have our cleric here. Maybe he can wear some chainmail, I think. Astrid is definitely going to get either splint mail or chainmail. Let's spring for the splint. There's not a whole lot of difference. She's very strong, and again, we want to take advantage of that. And then Hatheland. I don't think that there's any reason... yeah, not to wear the splint mail, if he can. And then we'll get him and her a helmet. So let's see. They're all going to look basically like this. They're all going to look kind of weird, so we can get whichever helmet we like for anybody. Let's go with this one for him. This one, that looks more up her alley. Big and fancy. This one looks kind of like a knight's helmet, so maybe Sam can wear that one. And then the rest of them, because he is a fighter and a rogue, he can wear a helmet as well, whereas normally a rogue by itself wouldn't be able to, I don't think. So that also allows him to take advantage of things like heavier armor, but that will impact his sneaking. Oh, thank you for that. Alright, let's get this equipment on them. I'll make sure that it's paused so the day doesn't pass by. Alright, here we go. In his offhand there. And you'll see their sprites change. This is always one of the really satisfying parts of the game for me, is watching them kind of evolve. Oops. There we go. As you equip stuff, you get to see them change. That was really a treat back when I was a kid. And it is now. Ta-da! And there we go, we've got his potion bag as well. She's good. We'll load up his ammunition. There we go. Some armor. A helmet. Motmic's done. He's ready to go. Sauna's the last one. There we are. Okay. Now, we'll make sure their ranged weapons are their primary weapons. And that way, when combat time starts, they'll start shooting before they do anything else. Okay. Now, wizard spells have been disabled, right? Because she's wearing armor. So, we'll have to watch for that. Yeah, I can't wait to see what kind of shenanigans we get into once we find some items like that. Maybe we'll buy a bottle of wine to take with us. There we go. Those don't sell for much, but it's better than carrying them around. And yeah, here. We'll have Sam carry that for the road. He's going to be our Debbie, I think, this time. And we'll find some armor later on that allows us to have Sauna still cast spells.
I'm on it.
That'll be great treasure once it shows up. For now, she doesn't know any spells anyway, so big whoop. All right, here we go. So, let's make sure we don't lose our progress. And let's have Motmic go over here and unlock this door. See, there's the lock icon. You can see that it's locked. Well, it was.
Ready. I'm on it. Done.
All right, Wolfie. There we go. And it starts out hostile. Unfortunately, we don't really have any choice to do anything other than kill it. Well, that was quick. My goodness. Well, goodness, Sauna and Motmic made very short work of that.
I'm on it. I'm on it. Agreed.
I feel like I'm used to getting a wolf pelt off of that thing. Maybe Absel gives it to you as a reward.
I'm on it.
Ah, my friend, the wolf is no more. I am now a happy man. Thank you for helping me. And here's a little something for your trouble. Alright, 25 gold. Alright. I'll boost that up just a little bit. And Absel's dagger. Oh, and Hatheland leveled up. Awesome. So here we go. Absel's dagger. Probably better than the one that we just bought from Motmic. Ah, Thaco +1, 1d4 piercing. Yep. Speed factor 2. See, so this one is slightly better. It's basically +1 to hit, and it's a little faster. So there we go. Motmic can keep that. We'll sell this other one when we go back to the shop. And let's have Hatheland level up. Alright. So, they go reduced by 1. 12 hit points, +1 lore. Awesome. We are coming right along. Okay.
Agreed.
We'll head back over to the other side of town now. And we've got a couple more little side quests to do before we leave on our expedition. Now, there's also something, there's an exploit that you can perform here.
Agreed.
We'll step inside the Snowdrift Inn first.
I'm on it.
It's Quimby, remember him? Greetings, traveler. The name's Quimby, and I welcome you to my inn. Well, you seem very chipper. Enthusiastic, yes! It is rare that I get any travelers at this time of year. Thus, I want all of my guests to feel welcome! Ha ha! Oh, okay. Do you get anybody this time of year? He says, we do have one. Ha ha, yes, his name is Eravane something or other. He's an elf and an adventurer to boot. Well, if an elf and an adventurer likes the rooms here, who am I to pass up the opportunity? What did he say? Actually, yes. The whole town's been talking about the upcoming expedition into the spine of the world. Excitement! Thank you.
I'm on it.
Thank you for everything, but I can only take so much Quimby.
Agreed. I'm on it.
We'll go find Eravane over here. We'll talk to him. And you'll notice, too,
Ready. Right then.
there's also a little trouble for Motmic to get into. Oh my gosh, he's so bad at hiding in shadows.
Go. Darn.
But it's okay because, see, it's not stealing as long as nobody sees you. For real, unless like an NPC sees you commit the crime, you're good.
Watch me go.
Nothing in that one, eh?
Go. Right
Is there anything in here?
then. Darn. Watch me go.
Ah, that one's locked.
Darn.
Now notice he's still not upset, but you see what will happen is... Now if I open it, and I take the gem...
Right then.
Oh, he's still not hostile, okay. Sometimes they do that where it's like, basically, you can even pick the lock, you can disarm the traps, you can do everything. As long as you can even look, as long as you don't actually take whatever is in the container, they don't get upset with you. Alright, let's have this elf talk to that elf. Alright. Well met, friend. I am Eravane Blacksheaf of Evereska. Hey, she's from Evereska. It has been many moons since I have seen friendly faces. Despite the dreary nature of our current locale, Easthaven is a welcome sight for these elven eyes. Alright, well we have to say this one. We've got special elf dialogue options, right? Well met, brother. When I set out from Evereska, I was used to a peaceful life. I had no idea what wonders and horrors the life of adventure would bring to my ever-changing doorstep. I'm glad I didn't go on the retreat 20 years ago. I don't know, she just randomly... Horror, huh? Oh, wow. You want to talk about horror? Let me tell you about tearing a man's living heart from his chest and watching him die. Gosh. Gosh. Well, if she was evil, maybe we'd say that. Otherwise... Doesn't seem to be much adventure around here, friend. You'd be surprised. Adventure can leap out at you in the most unlikely form and at the most unexpected time. Anything else? I haven't heard any rumors lately. However, when I traveled through Kuldahar, I had a strange feeling about something in that valley. It's more than just the weather that bothered me. Something seemed amiss in the mountains. The trees, even the clouds in the sky. Something was out of place. Something was wrong. Yeah, yeah, that's what Keishara is on. That's her secret hidden personality. She's just like, I have seen some things. 0 of 10, would not adventure again. Yeah, she agrees. Something's been strange. So be careful out there, bud.
Orders? Done.
Alright. Let's continue on now that we've met Eravane. Some of these folk will appear again.
I'm on it.
Alright.
Done.
Let's head across the bridge. Oh no, monsters!
Done.
Little Damien says, Quick, we've got to get through. We've got to go get Hrothgar. There are monsters in town. They almost ate me. Ooh, what are you talking about? Monsters! Yeah, he said that. He did say. A whole bunch of them. They came down to the shore while I was fishing. I dropped everything and ran when I saw them, but they didn't chase me. I thought they were going to eat me, but I guess they were just after my fish. Where are these monsters now? Just over the bridge, down by the lake. My dad told me not to fish so far out by myself, but I can't help it. That's where I catch the big ones. He's going to kill me when he finds out I've lost today's catch, all because of those stupid monsters. All right, well, let's see. If we find out you're lying to us, we'll send you to the bottom of the lake. Let's just threaten to kill a child, guys. Come on. No, we'll go get your fish back. Don't you worry, kid.
Agreed. I'm on it. Agreed.
Where are they? Ah, there we go. Uh-oh, they've got an archer. Sana is leveling up again too. Nice. So as a bard, like she's already level 3. Look at this. Her pickpockets went up to 70, which is great. Thaco reduced by 1. Mage spell slot, 6 hit points, 10 more lore. We're never going to need the identify spell, y'all. Excellent. Okay. Let's sell this junk.
Agreed.
Would you like to buy something? Okay, we don't need a short bow, don't need that dagger. All of those will be worth a pretty penny. There we go. And nobody else picked anything up. Oh, no, here we go. Dagger and the sky drop gem, which we don't need, so that's free cash. Actually, before I sell it, I'll show you here. This is how the gem bag works, right? You drop it in there. When you open it, ta-da! So it carries all of this stuff in one slot. We'll go ahead, though, and we'll sell that anyway. Bam. All right. And they used a few arrows, not too many. Let's see. Hatheland's got a little bit fewer hit points than Astrid does. And let's see, his AC is 2, hers is 3, so she's going to be hit slightly more often. But he's going to get hit harder. We'll let him carry that healing potion just for now. And there we go. That uses replenishes the arrows that Sana used during that fight. Okay, we need to memorize a new spell for her as well. Let's see. Well, she only has one other spell, and that's armor. So I guess she should have one of those memorized. Okay. Now to make sure she can cast those spells, she's going to have to rest in order to replenish her spell slots. Then we'll go find out what happened to that caravan.
I'm on it.
Okay, how much does a room cost, Quimby? We've got plenty of money. I think we can spare for the nice room, right? Different kinds of rooms will give you different amounts of recovery, and not every inn has all 4 types of accommodation available. So, for now, we'll just rest in the best room that we can afford. Ah, we have a roommate. Great. Okay.
Done.
Well, the next thing that needs to happen, we're going to have to find that caravan. See here, we've explored pretty much all of the map. Oh, we need to go to Old Jed's house, probably, before we leave. It's marked on the map for some reason, so they want us to go in there. I like that you can look at the map, and this is not just a feature of the Enhanced Edition, although the map is a little bit slicker here, but while your characters are moving, you can go in here and navigate, or you can, read your different map points and so forth, whatever you need to do. It's nice to be able to do that at the same time so you can see how you're navigating. Old Jed. Hey there, matey. How are you doing? Whew, nice to meet you. How are you? Not so good, matey. Grisella, a barkeep over at the Winter's Cradle, cut me off. How am I supposed to get any proper fishing done? Hatheland's like, I don't know, just do it without liquor, maybe? Go teach her a lesson. No. Let's see. Why'd she do that? The barkeep says I be drinking too much. What does she know? I've only overturned my boat 4 times. Anyway, I need my wine to fish proper like. Is there anything I can do to support your downward spiral into oblivion? You could go to Pobab's and fetch me some wine. And I could get back to me fishing. I'd be grateful for it. I'd go to get it myself, but 2 summers past I got so mad at that pompous Pomab that I threw his sorry behind into Lac Denishire. You mean like this bottle of wine I have with me that I purchased almost as though I knew I was going to need it? Ah, you got a bottle of wine for me. Oh, matey, I am indeed grateful. Better make that last, Captain. You're not always going to have strapping adventurers around to get you your medicine. Oh, well. There's not really a way you can, talk him out of drinking. But at least Sam leveled up again. Hey. Additional spell slot, 8 hit points. Lore, excellent. That gives him 2nd level spells. And see, unlike a wizard, clerics just have access to all of their spells, provided that they have slots of the appropriate level. So now that he's 3rd level, he's got 2nd level spells. Let's see what we got here. Aid is temporary hit points. Chant is an ongoing bonus to saving throws, and yeah. Let's see. Cure moderate wounds. We definitely want one of those. Draw upon Holy Might as a buff. He's got Find Traps. Well, that's what Motmic's for. Paralyze spell. No alignment protection from fire. Silence. Slow poison. And Spiritual Hammer. I like that one. A nice attack spell. Well, we know he needs at least 1 Cure Moderate Wounds, surely. Let's see. This is a pretty good buff, but not great until he's higher levels. So, how about a Hold Person? That's quite useful to have. And maybe a Spiritual Hammer. There we go. Now, unfortunately, we'll have to go and rest again. Well, that's alright. I'm willing to pay 3 more gold. Especially since I think he just gave us some. Yeah, he gave us 6, so that's enough to stay at the inn twice, which means we can absolutely afford to do so. There we go. And if that means Sam has 2nd level spells ready to cast, then I'm all about that.
I'm on it.
Alright, now see how everybody's kind of lit up red, and we got this blue filter. Well, this is nighttime, obviously. We rested for 8 hours. The red indicates that infravision is being used, which was the archaic term for dark vision. So they're seeing with heat, like in infrared. So we have group dark vision turned on, or group infravision, which means that as long as at least one person who is selected possesses the ability, then it will treat it as though everyone does, for in terms of finding targets and so forth. And of course, Motmic and Keishara have got it, and I think maybe Sam does as well. So it doesn't matter that the rest of them don't. Okay. Ooh. Nice. Yes, you can get it on Steam, and you can also get it on GOG. GOG had the original version for a while. I'm not sure if they still do, but they do have the Enhanced Edition, and Steam does as well. And they've also got the Enhanced Editions of Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, and they have Icewind Dale 2 and Planescape Torment. I recommend absolutely that you play them all. In fact, if you go to my YouTube channel after I upload here, hopefully tomorrow, then you'll find the links to both Steam and GOG where you'll be able to buy this game. Hashtag not sponsored, of course. Ooh, those wolves apparently belong to this orc. There we go. Man, our archers are killing it. Nice. No, this version of the game actually goes off of 2nd edition rules, which is why the Thaco, or the to-hit roll, goes down, and so does the armor class. The first game that Black Isle made that went off of the 3rd edition rule set was Icewind Dale 2, but Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, Icewind Dale, and Planescape Torment all use 2nd edition or AD&D rules. Oh, I think we found the caravan, you guys. Yep, looks like it. Oh boy, they were waiting for us.
I'll do my best to keep myself out of trouble.
Man, goodness gracious, Motmic and Sana.
I shall see you to your grave.
Keishara is upset. She doesn't want to be here. It's cold. She's not wearing armor. I don't blame her. Where's the other one go? Oh, there we go. Let's see. Yeah, that's the one that I grew up with that got me into it, and so it is still very near and dear to my heart. It was complicated, and in retrospect, probably not really that great, like, since we've improved on it so much, but, I mean, I'll always love it, even as clunky as it was. I'm looking here to see, somewhere on this screen... Yeah, here you'll see the Thaco and, like, the old saving throws for, like, you know, death, breath weapons, spells, instead of reflex or dexterity or what have you. I was looking to see, I think somewhere in here they have a kill count. Favorite spell, most powerful, vanquished. Here we go, yes, number of kills. So, like, Motmic has 5. Sana's got 3. Oh, Keishara got 1, apparently. Sam's got him 2 enemies so far. Astrid's got 3. Hatheland's gotten 6. Man, I actually thought the archers were doing most of the killing, but Hatheland's holding his own. Let's just go for these guys. Ooh. Unfortunate, Hatheland just got hit big time. Okay. Now we're going to separate. Astrid's going to take that one. And let's have you go this way. There we go. Okay. Now there's only one left. Excellent.
I'm on it.
Grab all of this treasure. Make sure we don't leave any loot behind. And of course, encumbrance rules happen in this game, so... There we go. We want to make sure that if he gets bogged down too much, then Astrid will take some of the loot off. Okay, good. We know there's going to be more orcs. Ah, here we go. Okay, let's divide and conquer, y'all.
Ready.
You just tell me what you need.
Let's start shooting. Okay. An orc elite. Ooh, let's get some arrows in him before he gets over here. Ooh, I don't like the sound of that.
I am ready as always.
Let's see.
I'm here.
I'm listening.
Give the word.
Oof. There we go.
A stout sturdy shield can take you far. I'll do my best to keep myself out of trouble.
Coordinating these battles can be a lot of fun, but it can also be time-consuming, but not in a way that I dislike. Okay, goodness gracious. Whew. We got cursed by that orc, too. Alright, let's have Astrid go around and pick up this treasure. So many axes. Oh good, that spell wore off. Excellent. Sam, why don't you grab some of this too? Thank you. Since you're standing there. Phew. Gonna have plenty of treasure. I like that. Oh good, no traps. Protection from petrification, our first scroll. It's wooden supply crates, no doubt offloaded from the wagons outside. The crates appear to be intact and unopened. Well, that's good news at least. Although I worry about the folk in the caravan. Okay. Hopefully there's only the one spellcaster. Oh. Nope.
A little fire and lightning should liven things up.
Yeah, we definitely picked the right voice for Keishara. Okay. We have so many axes, we don't know what to do with them. Which is almost enough axes.
You would do well to fear a woman's wrath.
Astrid didn't come to play. Goodness gracious. There we go. Hatheland's backpack is full. Okay, I see a treasure chest here. He doesn't detect any traps or locks. Ooh, but we did find some kind of ring. Let's see what kind. Maybe Sana knows. Ring of Lesser Resistance. Excellent. That's what that high lore score is for. For no apparent reason, this ring feels warm to the touch. Save versus spell +2. Excellent. So who has the lowest spell save? 15, 11, 12, 11, 17, 17. Okay, so one of them needs it. Hatheland's been doing pretty well. How about we give it to him? Oh, that's right, his inventory's full. Silly me. There we go. Our first piece of magical equipment. All right. Oh, whoops. Let's not make him go over there by himself.
Death comes for you.
Oh, man. Motmic did not waste any time, did he?
To the butcher's work, then.
Okay. Tearing through this. Alright, that circles around that way, so it looks like, yep, this is the last way that we have to go. Let's check out this tunnel down here. Ah, more orcs. Who would have guessed? Normally this part of the game is quite difficult, but where we have it on story mode, that's helping. Oh my gosh, guys, stop fighting over it. There we go.
I'm listening.
Just a little more. Maybe we'll get lucky and find some of the caravan merchants.
To the butcher's work, then.
Ooh. Okay.
Your desire.
Nah, let's have you go back here. And then everyone else, hold the line.
I'll try to keep this short.
Because they have an ogre. We'll let Keishara deal with that. Excellent.
A stout sword and sturdy shield can take it.
Awesome. Last one, maybe? Whew. Okay.
I'm on it.
Phew, that was a lot. Keishara's back here. Let's have her pick up some of this loot. What did the ogre have? Ah, a potion? Oh, caravan contract. We'll see what's up there. Maybe Motmic can unlock this for us. Okay, looks like it's not locked. Ooh, a wolf pelt, excellent, some money, and a horror spell. Not a bad haul. Let's check out that caravan contract, though. This wrinkled piece of parchment appears to be a written contract of sorts. Balin, deliver these 5 crates of supplies to the Emporium in Easthaven. Make sure to get a fair price from that unscrupulous Kalashite weasel, Pomob. Use the profit to acquire 3 barrels of uncarved scrimshaw from Gaspar's warehouse there in Easthaven. Return to Caer Dineval with the 3 barrels, and you shall have your agreed-upon payment. Keep your eyes to the tundra. There have been reports of orcs in the hills outside of Easthaven. It might be wise to use your advance payment to hire on some extra caravan guards. Safe journey. Ilmus Galloway of Caerdinival. Okay, well. Looks like maybe he didn't do that. We'll give her the other healing potion. Yeah, unfortunately, it looks as though perhaps he decided to skimp on that and try to make more profit for himself, rather than hiring any guards as recommended. Oh well. There's not much we can do about that now, other than go back and tell Hrothgar and the rest of Easthaven that at least the caravan supplies can be reclaimed, so that's worth something. Wish we had better news.
Agreed.
Let's get out of here and go back and tell them what happened.
Done.
We'll take a quick rest. Then we'll sell all this stuff. We'll do that after we let Hrothgar know what's up.
Agreed.
Hello again, Quimby. Goodbye again, Quimby.
I'm on it.
All right. Hrothgar won't be happy about the news, but
Agreed.
let's give a save here.
Oh, good. You've returned. What news of the caravan from Caerdinival?
Well, not anything good.
Strange. It is not usual for orcs to be so brazen as to attack caravans so close to town. I wonder if it is the anticipation of the coming winter that is driving their actions, or if it is something more.
Alright, so he's worried about it, but at least we found out and we told him.
In any case, at least we can still retrieve the supplies, thanks to you. You've proven yourself to be quite capable. I'm glad you've decided to come along with us to Kuldahar.
So when do we leave?
We still have preparations to make before we can depart for Kuldahar. Take this list of supplies to Pomob's Emporium across town.
Excellent. And he gave us 4,800 experience, twice what we've gotten for any other quest so far.
While you're there, you might outfit yourselves with whatever gear you think you may need. Return here when you are packed and ready to go.
Ha, been there, done that, my fella. Okay. Hatheland is standing on an axe that he tried to give us. There we go. Well, we need to go back to Pomob's anyway in order to sell all of this stuff, so that works out perfectly.
I'm on it.
Honestly, in that fashion, this first part of the quest experience is designed fairly well. It sends you to the places that you need to go to get the stuff you need to have, and I appreciate that.
Done.
Alright, let's sell all of this junk before we do anything else. Battle axes. We'll keep any ammunition we find. All of these extra swords and staves and axes and things. There we go. Those can be sold. Ammunition doesn't weigh very much. It's easy to purchase, but also, I mean, you gotta have it. And if you don't buy enough, you will run out. So we'll just hang on to all of these arrows. That way Sana won't need ammo for a while, even on top of what we've already bought her. Let's see. That uses the flail and Morningstar proficiency. Otherwise, we could consider giving that to Sam. Oh, well. We'll find other weapons for him later. Ooh, some gems, necklace, sword, another wolf pelt. There we go. And those scrolls we'll give to the appropriate people. Sana didn't have anything, so...
Very well, give it here. Now, be on your way. The expedition will be departing shortly. It would be a shame if they left without you.
Whatever. Oh, look at that. Everybody has leveled up almost. Okay, well, let's start with Hatheland. Level 3. He gained a weapon proficiency this time, and also all of his saving throws went down by 1. His Thaco went down by 1, 12 hit points, lore, excellent. So we know where this is going to go, since we can't put another point in longsword. And he's got the most he can get in 2-weapon style, so let's put another point in axe. Alright. Combat classes get those weapon proficiencies more often as they level up, and of course that's to balance out the fact that non-warriors get things like spells or thief skills. Astrid got a proficiency as well. Her saving throws are better, Thaco's improved, more hit points. Awesome. She can't put any more points in sword and shield right now. I think it might be maxed out. So we'll have her put another point in longsword. Alright, that makes her a master, so she's +3 to hit and damage, and she gets an extra 1/2 attack per round with a selected weapon. That sounds odd, but it's because it adds up. See, an extra 1/2 attack per round. So now, we scroll down here and we can see... Where is it? Somewhere on here it tells us. Ah, here we go. Number of attacks. 3 or 2. So she gets 2 attacks with anything else, or 3 with her sword. So that's excellent. Or maybe, no, I think it means 3 halves, actually. Yeah. Okay, he's not ready yet. Soon. You can see there's a big jump, though, for him. We're already starting to see that. Okay. She gained level 2 spells. Awesome. Sam leveled up in Thief and in Fighter. So here we go. Look at all of those hit points and skill points, and his Thaco went down. Awesome. So let's drop some more points here. We'll make him a little sneakier. We know that that's his, part of his, whatchamacallit, his weak point. Alright, we're starting to get some respectable numbers here. Okay, and Sana leveled up. She got a weapon proficiency. Excellent. Another mage spell slot. Hit points. All of that lovely lore. Okay. So, she hasn't used her spear yet. Longbow's currently maxed out. Let's see. Maybe we should consider giving her a rank in two-handed weapon style, since a spear is a two-handed weapon, I do believe. Let's see. Let's see. My favorite AD&D campaign setting definitely has to be the Forgotten Realms, hands down. Now, I say that, but I should clarify that both Spelljammer and Planescape are a very, very close, tied for second. Forgotten Realms is very special to me because that's what I started out in, and that's what I've played the most of. But Planescape and Spelljammer are so, so close. Planescape is very special to me because, Torment, if you haven't played it, definitely do. It's still, after all of these years, in one of my top 5, RPGs of all time. It's the setting that just breaks all of the rules and has the most interesting quests and characters. Forgotten Realms is just near and dear to my heart because of the novelizations, the characters like Drizzt and stuff like that. It's just something really special. Okay. I can't remember if a spear is a two-handed weapon or not. I think that it is. I'm almost positive that it is. There we go. Now this is where I click over and find out that it's not. Okay, it is two-handed. Good, 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 good. I was worried that you could use it with a shield, and then I was going to be like, oh no, I wasted that. I'm going to have to load it and spend her points correctly. Okay, we'll have to find some second-level spells for her. Let's see. We'll give all of these arrows to Sana. This is a second-level spell, not usable by clerics. Okay, so this is a wizard spell. This is also level 2 and is a wizard spell. Alright, do we have any more arrows? Yes, we do. I like that it lights up and shows that someone has an equipped weapon that takes that kind of ammunition when you pick it up. It's a very handy feature from the Enhanced Edition. We'll learn those in just a moment. Let's replenish her arrows there. And then I'm going to do a safety. And then we're going to have her add these to her spell book. See right here where it says Write Magic. There we go. Excellent. Now she's only got one second level spell, so let's do a horror spell. That's probably going to be more useful right off than Protection from Petrification, simply because we're like level 3. If we run into something like a Medusa, we have got problems. So, alright, let's go back over here to Hrothgar's house. Let's let him know what is up. Before we do, we should try one more time just to see what's over here. Still not finding any traps. Haha, this time it succeeded. Aha. Okay. Hrothgar's not mad yet. Let's see if we can keep him not angry. Scribbled note. If you are reading this note, then obviously you are a thief come to rob me of my hard-won riches. Sorry to disappoint you. Did you really think I would keep my valuables in such an obvious and unguarded place? Consider this note a warning. I do not care much for those who would poke their nose where it doesn't belong, and anyone caught practicing thievery in the town of Easthaven shall answer to me. That's okay. We know where he really keeps his goods. We'll just leave that note there.
I'm on it. There you are. All is set. The others are assembling as we speak. Are you ready to leave as well?
Let's do it.
So it was that the Patchwork Militia set off from Easthaven, bound for the troubled village of Kaldahar, with the party of strangers in tow. On they traveled, across the windswept tundra of the Dale, through the foothills of the spine of the world, and upwards on the steep and treacherous trails of the Kaldahar Pass. Eager to seek out the evil that threatened the pass, they did not expect it to find them first. High upon the cliffs of the pass, a band of frost giants had prepared an ambush. Hurling boulders and dislodging massive outcroppings of rock and snow, the giants sparked an avalanche that thundered down the mountainside and crashed down upon the heads of the unsuspecting expedition. Those fortunate enough to survive the avalanche pulled themselves free of the mountain of snow and bodies that now barred the way back to Easthaven. Battered and disheartened by the loss of their comrades, the survivors had little choice but to continue on to Kaldahar alone.
And of course, that's us. There we go. Merciful gods, you're lucky to be alive. Are you all right? Anything broken? No, we're not. But this is Hatheland, so we seem to be in one piece. I'm just an aging soul who prefers the solitude of these mountains to the hustle and bustle of town life.
I tell you, I've lived in this pass for years. I've never seen anything like what just happened.
Oh, so he saw it.
Yep, I saw the whole thing. I was sleeping in my cave over yonder when I felt the ground begin to shake and heard a rumble, something fierce. I stumbled outside just in time to see the avalanche come crashing down. It's a good thing you ran forward instead of back into the pass like the others. Poor bastards. One thing's for sure, I'm not digging their bodies out from under there. They'll have to wait till the snows melt to receive a proper burial.
We're touched by your concern.
Kuldahar? Why'd you want to go to that miserable little burg? Nothing there but a big tree and a bunch of shacks and lean-tos. It's an eyesore, if you ask me.
Okay, yeah, but that's where we're headed, so...
Fool's errand. You'd be better off worrying about yourselves and leaving them townsfolk to deal with their own problems.
Thank you, but do you know the way?
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to point you in the right direction. Follow this trail east through the valley. Kuldahar lies just beyond the old mill. But you do well to keep your guard up. There are goblins everywhere between here and the town. Filthy little buggers. Ever since them townsfolk abandoned their farmsteads, they've been crawling all over the valley like they own the place.
And thank you. I think we're about ready to wrap this up, y'all, because a lot has happened. And so I'm going to save here. And when we come back next week, we're going to see if we can find our way to Kuldahar and figure out exactly what happened, like maybe who caused this avalanche or if there are any clues. So, we've done a lot of questing, we've leveled up a bit, we've learned some new spells, and so I want to thank you all for being part of the party, right? I appreciate it. These are characters that y'all created, and they are doing pretty well. They are holding their own. This is especially impressive considering that this is old Dungeons and Dragons. And so, you know, this is not like Pathfinder where you've got people doing the Pulp Fiction kind of backflipping, everyone's dual-wielding swords. Like, this is old school where it almost punishes you for playing. So, like, the fact that we have these highly effective characters is really something great, and it's gonna help carry us through the game. So you did well. And I think that this went well. I apologize for some technical difficulties earlier on and appreciate you bearing with me. And I hope that if you enjoyed the stream, you will subscribe. Go over to my YouTube channel and give a subscribe there. And like this video when I upload it. Make sure you turn on notifications so that you don't miss additional uploads in the future. And follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Pillowfort if you use Pillowfort, so that way you can participate in polls about future games and streams, and you don't miss any content. And until next Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, when we come back for some more Icewind Dale, I hope that you'll join me then, and I want to thank you for playing.